The story opens with Diana Prince walking silently through the empty halls of the Louvre at night. The soft glow of moonlight streams in through tall glass windows as she passes ancient artifacts. Despite the glory of her past and the legacy she carries, Diana looks tired, lonely. She touches an old sword from her Amazonian history. And in that moment, a subtle tremor shakes the building. A strange darkness seeps through a nearby vase, vanishing as quickly as it appeared. Across the globe in the Andes Mountains, a powerful but mysterious archaeologist named Dr. Calista Voss discovers a buried temple believed to be lost to time. Inside, she finds a carved obsidian orb sealed in ancient script. As she removes it from its pedestal, a pulse of black energy radiates outward. The orb awakens something ancient, something primal. Callista's eyes briefly turn black as she hears whispers calling her name, inviting her to become their voice. Back in Washington, Diana feels the shockwave from the orb's release. A distant call reverberates in her bones. She returns to her apartment, pulling out scrolls from the Themyscira she hasn't looked at in decades. As she reads, she discovers a forgotten name and Nyx, the primordial goddess of night and shadow. The texts warn of her return when mankind becomes consumed by fear, regret, and chaos. Diana knows something ancient has been unleashed, and it is growing stronger. Calista, now slightly changed by the orb, begins having visions of shadowy realms and celestial secrets. She becomes obsessed with Nyx, reading every mythological reference and decoding ancient prophecies. Her body begins to change, her skin turns pale, her aura colder. She believes Nyx is misunderstood, a being who seeks to end suffering by bringing eternal night and silence. Driven by this belief, she uses dark energy from the orb to summon her first creature, a shadow serpent that slithers through the city of Prague, unseen but deadly. Diana, now back in action as Wonder Woman, tracks the serpent's destruction and confronts it in the city's ancient catacombs. The fight is brutal, not just physical but psychological. The creature whispers fears into Diana's mind, memories of Steve Trevor, lost battles, and personal doubts. Though she defeats the beast with her lasso of truth, she realizes these monsters are not just magical, they are deeply psychological, feeding on human emotion. Something much bigger is coming. At the Pentagon, Diana reunites with Etta Candy's granddaughter, Agent Julia Candy, now leading a division specializing in unexplainable threats. Together, they investigate the strange rise in global darkness, extended eclipses, animals behaving wildly, and psychic dreams among children. Everything points toward the return of Nyx. Julia reveals NASA's solar telescopes have recorded odd voids in space, dark stars forming, and time slowing near them. Diana seeks counsel from the Themyscira. Returning secretly by boat to the hidden island, she's greeted by General Antiope and Queen Hippolyta. Despite the warm welcome, they warn her that her banishment remains. However, Hippolyta admits they've felt the shift in cosmic balance. The Amazons have seen signs in the sky, stars moving out of alignment, constellations disappearing. A war of gods is coming, and the mortal world will be the battlefield. Meanwhile, Calista holds her first ritual beneath the eclipsed moon, surrounded by followers drawn in by her message of peace through darkness. She wears ceremonial armor, her eyes glowing faintly violet. As she chants, a rift tears open in the sky, and a manticore descends upon Paris. Diana arrives in time to battle the beast on the Eiffel Tower, but it is unlike anything she's fought. Its hide reflects her attacks, and its claws tear through solid steel. She barely manages to destroy it by hurling it into the Seine and electrocuting it with lightning. The world begins to panic. News channels report cities drowning in fog, days growing unnaturally short, and an increase in sleepwalking cases. Diana visits Dr. Fate, seeking magical insight. Fate warns her that Nyx is not merely returning, she's reclaiming her dominion. Before time, before light, Nyx ruled the void. The gods imprisoned her beyond reality, but Callista's ritual has weakened that barrier. Soon, Nyx will be able to walk the earth once more. To stop her, Diana must find the celestial Flame of Aether, a god-forged essence of light hidden within the labyrinth of Aeon. Only this flame can pierce Nyx's void and seal her return. Fate warns her, however, that the labyrinth tests not strength but spirit. To succeed, she must face her greatest regrets. Diana accepts the challenge and journeys into the hidden mountains of Crete, where the labyrinth is buried under centuries of ruin. Inside the labyrinth, time and space twist. Diana finds herself in illusions. Steve Trevor appears alive, offering her a life together. She sees the world she could have had: children, peace, old age. But she knows it's a lie. Tearing herself away, she walks deeper into the maze, facing phantoms of her failures, the people she couldn't save, the innocents lost in war, the moral weight of being immortal in a mortal world. But with fierce willpower, she breaks through the illusions and finds the celestial flame guarded by the ghost of a forgotten titan named Lyskos. Lyskos tests Diana's worth, engaging her in a combat of philosophy and purpose, not brute strength. Diana convinces him that she doesn't seek the flame for conquest or glory but to restore balance. Moved, Lyskos grants her the Flame of Aether, a silver torch burning with pure light. As she takes it, her armor transforms, golden accents emerge, and the lasso glows even brighter. But time is running out. Back on Earth, Calista finishes her final ritual. A massive temple emerges in Rome's Colosseum, a convergence point of ley lines. Calista channels the orb's energy into a beam of black light that pierces the heavens, opening a cosmic portal. From it descends Nyx, a colossal shadow goddess formed of shifting stars and smoke. Her voice is like wind through dying trees. All light around her dims. Cities worldwide fall into blackout. Diana rallies allies Shazam, Zatanna, even Etrigan the demon. But each attempt to strike Nyx fails. Their powers fizzle in her presence. She absorbs magic, consumes light, and grows larger. Diana realizes brute force won't stop her. Instead, she must awaken ancient warriors who fought alongside gods. She travels to Atlantis and Olympus in search of Thalia, Seraphis, and Cairo, 3 demi-gods lost to history. She succeeds in bringing them back, each one holding a sliver of the original flame. The team trains and strategizes. Cairo, the warrior of flame, teaches them to channel inner fire. Thalia uses sunlight to empower their spirits, and Seraphis reads visions of what's to come. They form a tight bond, with Diana as their heart. The world outside falls deeper into panic. Governments collapse, cults spread Nyx's worship, and humans begin turning into shadow husks, soulless vessels obeying her will. Diana's final stand begins in Cairo, where the sky rips open and Nyx begins merging Earth with the Shadow Realm. Nightmares spill into the streets, cities distort, people fall into dream sleeps, and clocks stop ticking. Wonder Woman and her team with an all-out assault. Their coordinated strikes push back Nyx's beasts, and the celestial flame begins to wound her form. Calista, however, now fully transformed into the High Priestess of Nyx, blocks their path. She commands a spectral hydra of darkness and nearly kills Cairo. Diana battles her fiercely atop the Great Pyramid, their weapons clashing with lightning. Diana uses the lasso of truth to show Calista the destruction she's enabling. Calista hesitates within her. The human still lingers. She weeps, but then strikes at Diana again. In a final moment of clarity, Calista begs Diana to stop her. With the lasso, Diana burns away the corruption, freeing Callista's soul at the cost of her life. Nyx roars in fury, becoming unstable. As the portal widens, Diana realizes she must sacrifice herself. She hands her lasso and the flame to Thalia, tells her to lead the next generation, and flies into the heart of the void. Inside the swirling blackness, Diana confronts Nyx in the cosmic plane. There, she releases every memory, every love, every sorrow, fueling the Flame of Aether. The light explodes, engulfing both of them. The portal collapses. Earth is saved. But Diana is gone. A memorial is held at Themyscira. The Amazons, Atlanteans, and humans stand united. Statues are built, stories told. Julia Candy publishes Diana's journals, and the world finally learns the full truth about Wonder Woman's sacrifices through time. But in the film's final scene, deep in a forest where light pierces through ancient trees, a pulse of golden energy shimmers. A cloaked figure walks barefoot through the grass, her footsteps leaving behind blooming flowers. She turns, her eyes glowing faintly. Diana is not gone, only transformed. She now walks the realms between, watching, guiding, preparing for new gods are awakening. And her story isn't over yet.